What's going on YouTube? Jose here with another door glass we're going to be installing on a 2018 Ram 1500, or I think it's 1500 quad cab. But yeah guys, as you guys can tell, we're missing the front passenger door glass. Typical MO, we always want to see how these guys broke into it. By the looks of it, it looks as if they stuck a screwdriver flathead in here, guys. I always like to see how a glass broke, or at least find out. The reason is, if someone hit it with a hammer, they have a chance of messing up the regulator or the motor in this little particular area. But if we look around here, around the metal or the frame, we can tell there's a little bit of a bend right here, and we can feel it. I saw that right away by this little rubber piece, and plus a little bit of paint is missing there. But if you run your finger through here, I know it's a little dark, but you can actually tell it's bent right there. So they stuck what burglars are doing, they're sticking flatheads and popping the glass that way, putting pressure against it and just making it pop since it's tempered. Real quick thing, when looking up this glass, there's two pieces of glass available. We have tempered, which I have right here. As always, I always put the glass somewhere close by. Probably should set somewhere a little different so it doesn't slide or fall, but it's fine here. Or they're offering laminated glass as well, where it's pretty much like a windshield on your side. They make it harder for people to break in. It takes them longer to break in. It makes more of a mess, but it's a lot more harder to break in. But now guys, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Very easy job. Real quick, I'm gonna show you guys just how this particular glass has holes in it. So right away, it's just gonna latch right into it. The important part though is gonna be cleaning it, making sure we get a nice clean to where this is gonna latch on. Overall, this is not a very difficult job. I'm actually gonna go ahead and move it to the back seat. We're gonna set the glass back here where it's nice and safe as a passenger. If you guys want, pull a little bit, go ahead and put the seatbelt on it. No, I'm just kidding. All right. We're gonna sit there, don't close the door all the way in case you were to hit it. All right, again guys, what we always want to do is run our hands against it and see what we got going on. Right away we can tell we have one right here, we have two, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. There might be one more hidden somewhere, we'll find out in a second. But let's go ahead and start dismantling it. I love using these little pokers. This is probably my favorite one. This little angled one, because it has a little bit of an angled head. So what I'll do here is actually just get in here. Just make sure you guys be careful on not damaging the plastic. What I'll do is kind of dig in between the groove there, and we have a Phillips right there. We also have this right here. I'm not sure if this pops out yet. There we go, and it did. So we were able to just pull off this piece. It's latched, 2 latches, one here, and you put it back on. It's gonna go back on easy, very easy. Okay, torque 15s I believe, but I also think you might be able just to pop them off. I think these are plastic Torx, and they are, guys. So with the same tool, you can actually just go like that, pull it off. Make sure you pull the base off as well. Put these together. We're gonna put these on the seat. You don't actually need a torque 15. I still brought mine. Where is it? As you can tell, I still brought mine in case, but we're not gonna use it. Okay, there's that. Now we're gonna pop the base of it. So what I'm doing, guys, is kind of digging in between here and there. Since it's plastic, it does give me wiggle room. Then I get between there and the base of it, and we kind of get it. We're gonna go ahead and close it there for a little bit. I don't recommend closing it all the way, so because you have to open it back up to put it back in. So there's 2. Again, guys, now that I'm trying to get better at recording for y'all, so everything looks better, easier, and for y'all to do. There's another one. Careful not to poke yourself as well. Alrighty. There's another one. Very simple, guys. Not hard at all. This is honestly, guys, this is about 30 to 45 minute job. If you take an hour, you're honestly just kind of taking too long. All right, and there we go. There's the last one. All right, gonna get back there. There we go. All right, now we're gonna take off that screw. I typically use this to loosen bolts. If you're a mechanic, you know what this tool is, but it also just works as a screwdriver. And there we go, we got that out. Set that right there as well, throw this back in here. What we're gonna do is remove some of these plastics. I'm able to actually do it with my fingers, if you guys can tell. There's one. We're gonna disconnect that for a second. Now we're gonna check in here, see if there's anything to remove here. I'm gonna stick my hand from here, and I believe there's nothing here actually in the way. So realistically, we should be able to remove the panel now. And that's what we're gonna check. Hey guys, on Dodges, I'm typically used to going up and then pulling. So I'm gonna double check to see if this is has a bunch of clips on it, or if it has latches that kind of go in and lock down. So let's go ahead and see what we got going on. Of course, I'm gonna double check, make sure I didn't miss anything. Double check, triple check, guys. Does not hurt at all. Run your hands across it, feel it. Make sure we're not missing one. And look, we were missing two more in the bottom. I said, just take your time. That's probably why I didn't want to move for a second there. Alright, so there's actually a total of a few more there. And guys, we're here to learn. Alright, watch your finger, guys. Don't stab it. Oh, watch where it goes. I saw where it went. We'll grab it in a second. Ooh, and that's why I said watch how you stab yourself, because you will stab yourself if you're not careful. Alright, set that there. Where did that guy go? And it's right here. You can tell. I'm gonna go ahead and put it back with the base so we don't lose it. Okay, now we can check, and as you can tell, we got it. And it's just like I said, guys, usually Dodges are up, pull towards you. You go up, pull towards you, and then you unlatch. If you want to slide it that way, so you can get the handle out. And there's that, pull up on that. Very easy door panel. As you can tell, guys, this is the what I was referring to right here. They're latched down, so you have to go up to pull upward and then pull towards you. So you don't want to break any of these. These are very crucial. If you break any of these, you will have play in the door panel, and your customer will complain about that. We're gonna set this somewhere safe. We'll put this on top of the trash can so it doesn't scratch itself. Very important that you don't scratch that, especially if your customer has a show truck. You don't want any damages on it. All right, guys, now comes the other part. We can either remove the door panel, or we can open up these little ports in here and stick our vacuum in here. Very smart of them to do that. Not sure if they did that for the glass purpose or what, but instead of removing all of these 10 millimeters all the way around it, I recommend just taking off these screws and just sticking your vacuum in here. As you guys can tell, there is glass in here. Also, do yourself a favor, take this off for a second, guys, or at least find where the weeping holes are. There's one right here. You guys can see it. There's one right there. Let's find where the other one is. These are very good. These are just easy little Christmas tree clips. There's another one. There's one right here. As you guys can tell, over time, more glass will fall out. Well, you're not able to vacuum, so don't stress if you're not able to vacuum 100% of it. Always aim for 100% of it. Okay. All right, guys, we've been doing more toward door glasses because I feel as if door glasses are a little more limited on the YouTube content, so we're gonna try and keep it up. All right, I'm gonna try and give you guys at least one video a month, if minimum, one windshield and one door glass starting next year. Right now, one door glass a month and one door glass a year. Also, make sure you clean this portion of it. There's no glass in here, because this will scrape against the glass and scratch it. You guys can tell there's actually a little bit of glass in there, so definitely go back in here and clean it. And we're gonna just run a fiber tool. And there we go. Thank you for calling Jose's Mobile Glass. Jose speaking.
Hi sir, good day. This is Narisa and I'm calling on behalf of AT&T. May I speak with the
So this little portion right here is getting us a little trouble. Sorry about that, guys. I got a phone call, and it was AT&T. Yeah, I'm bleeding. I didn't even know. When you become a glass technician, you end up getting cuts in your hand that you don't even realize it. It's probably from that poker incident a second ago. Alright, we should be clean there. Run your hand against it, just kind of wipe it off slowly. Careful not to stab yourself with some of that glass shrapnel. You're good. Alright, we'll put this back in the bag. Now we're going to get the screw to take this off, and we can be closer to getting done. Alright guys, now the size to take off the speaker here is 3/16. I don't know what that is metric style, so we're just gonna have to go like that. Unfortunately, my Milwaukee ratchet is being used by my technicians today because they broke theirs, and we don't want them taking too long on their job, so we'll just take time on ours. Yeah, 3/16 is a little tight, so it might be something a little bit different, but careful how you swing your ratchet. You don't want to accidentally stab this, because that literally just makes the speaker not good anymore. But we want to remove this again just so we can get a better vacuum in here. If for some reason there we go. Anytime your socket gets stuck to the to where you're trying to remove the bolts, you can always just tighten it back in and then just yank it out. There we go. Probably the smarter thing would be to just loosen them with the ratchet and then going by hand there. Again, it would be faster with the electric ratchet, but hey, it is what it is. There we go. So now we should have the whole ratchet loose, the whole speaker loose. What I'm gonna do is grab our lucky fiber tool here, stick it behind here, and kind of just see if we can get in there. It feels as if there's a little bit of adhesive here. I'm gonna play safe because I might have to use actually a metal one, and I don't like sticking metal. You can hear that, guys. You can hear all that adhesive ripping off. But yeah, there's a little bit of butyl is the reason why. For those who aren't familiar with butyl, butyl is a type of adhesive that always stays kind of sticky. It makes a big mess, but it does a pretty good job of gluing things together. We're gonna disconnect that, give it a little shake in case there's a little bit of glass. But yeah, there was butyl on the speaker itself. I think it was butyl. I'm pretty sure it was butyl, or it was foam. It actually pretty much maybe foam sealant in it. I thought it was butyl, but who knows what Ram decided to do. Correct me in the comments, guys. Not sure if Ram is still a Dodge or if they've gone and done their own thing, but let me know in the comments what they are now. All right, guys, now what we're gonna do is remove this rubber piece. If we're able to remove it, we're gonna have to, so we have to clean it. There we go. Be gentle, but you're gonna have to pull it a little bit. Alrighty. Now comes the part, guys, where you have to clean this. You're gonna have to go one by one and check all these grooves to make sure there's no glass in here, or else you will hear glass scraping as you are installing. You are making the window go up and down, because glass will be in here. Alright. Same thing over here. Run your hand through it, guys, gently so you don't cut yourself. Open up those lips right here. There we go. And we should be. Usually you can shake it and you'll be able to hear if something's in here. And I think we are good there. Okay, what we're gonna do is take a look underneath here, and I'm gonna take a look at the latch holes. I don't know if you guys are able to tell, but these are the latches right there. What you're gonna want to do is drop it down a little bit all the way to the middle, about halfway, maybe about 60% low to where it's fully down, and then you'll be good to go. I got a little piece of glass in me, sorry. I gotta find it because it's gonna be bugging me. Here as well, guys. Make sure you guys clean this portion of it. Oh, sorry, that gasket's making noise. Alright, what we're gonna do is just pull out the big chunk, drop it on the ground. We'll come back and broom up as well for our customer. We're gonna have to vacuum these little shrapnels. But now, guys, we're gonna get to the vacuuming part. So bear with me, I'll be right back while I vacuum and grab some other stuff. Hey guys, I want to make a quick little correction on this portion of the video where I did not remove the door panel. If you have bigger arms than I do and your arms aren't able to fit through those holes to get a proper vacuum, do remove the panel so you can get a little bit behind the panel and the door frame. It will create a little bit of space for you to be able to get a better vacuum. Again, guys, don't fret if you're not able to get 100% of that glass out. There are weeping holes toward the front of the door and the rear of the door. You just have to remove that little strip again. But again, guys, remove that panel if by chance you are having trouble getting a proper vacuum because some of that glass is staying in big chunks. Sorry about that. Alright guys, we're back, but we have to clean these little latches where the glass is going to latch to. Unfortunately, hitting it won't help, so we're going to have to lower it and then clean it from here. Let's make sure we got the key. And if we have the key, we can get started. I believe it's in here. Oh, I made a mistake though. Let me see. Make sure you connect this before, guys. There's that. And it's right here. And it says key is not detected, so we don't have the key. Let's go get the key real quick. Alright guys, now that we have the key, we're going to actually just turn it on, not actually start the ignition. We're just going to turn on the power and everything for a second. I have to push it one more time. Nope, we had it off. There we go. Oh no, we had it off. There we go. Alright. Now what you're going to want to do is actually just drop the latches to where you can see them right here. Hey guys, there is a little bit of a secret. There we go. What you want to do is this hole, you want to be able to see what this middle clip in there. Reason is, with the fiber tool, we're going to want to push it. If the nose glass was still there, we would want to run this to open it up to get the laminated glass. If you're running a laminated glass, it's still the same technique. It's a lot easier than, there's no cleanup in a laminated glass. So, all right, let's go ahead and just clean this little thing right here. This fiber tool actually does a great job just sliding back and forth in there. Almost like you're flossing it. Same thing for this side. Again, you don't want any glass in there. All right. In case we missed a little bit, we're gonna hit it. Let's go ahead and close the key up before we kill this battery, guys. There we go. Okay, before you put the glass in there, put this rubber piece back in, guys. And again, make sure you cleaned it, or you're gonna have to take it out or look for that piece of glass that's in there, so it doesn't hurt to give another look to make sure you didn't miss anything. Actually, just gonna slide it. It does a good job sliding. So I'm just gonna lip in there. Take a look at it from the outside. Alright, there it is. You do want this right there, guys. There we go. If you're worried about it not being straight, there is, once you put the glass in and you make the glass go up and down, it does fix itself more, guys. But please make sure you try and tuck this into the rearview mirror area. You should be able to squeeze it in there. As you can tell, I got most of it in there. So we're gonna just kind of get it in there. This part's giving us a little bit of difficulty. Our lucky fiber tool. Should be in there for a second. We're gonna pull it down. We're gonna stick our hand in here, as you can tell. And you can see, guys, the flap's not in here, so we're gonna have to, and we actually need to go down a little bit more. We still got this little bulge here. We're lined up here. Let's see. All right, to get this rubber piece in, we're also going to loosen up these two 10 millimeters just to get it back, just to get that rubber piece in there. Yeah, we're loosening this one as well. And now we got all that room, guys. There we go. A lot easier. Let's tighten these guys back up before we forget. Alrighty. Here comes the fun part. We're gonna go ahead and insert the glass, and hopefully this bulge fixes itself soon, which is not bad actually. Oh, there it is. Alright. Make sure there's not glass in here. Huh? There's no glass. Alright, most of the time, stick glass from the outside. And what you're going to want to do is nose dive it. We're gonna nose dive it in here. Try and guide it into the front right now. There we go. Keep going down until you parallel. There we go. And there, and we are in there. Nose dive it, and then we just kind of go down, then we straighten it out little by little. And here comes the fun part. So now that the glass is latched in, you're gonna hear two clicks. One here and over here. Okay, guys, watch this. Alright, I'll have a hand on it, keep a hand on it. What I might do is actually raise the window up and let it latch itself in by going up, guys. So I might try that. I'm gonna let it rest on the, I'm gonna double check to make sure we're in here. There's that one. You can make it go up and latch out with the motor, or you can just kind of see why you're not latched in here from this side. Alrighty. I'm gonna try and poke this outward, see if this helps a little bit. I'm actually gonna try and just see if it latches up if I go up, guys. All right, this should work. Let's see. Don't let the auto go, guys. So be careful how you. Careful, guys, because the anti-pinch system just kicked in right there, so be very careful. We're gonna lower it down, and we're gonna go down again. Careful, guys, you need to hear those clicks. If not, keep your hands on the glass. And where it feels like I'm not straight is over here on this side. So we're gonna figure out why on this side. Might just need a little bit of pry to get that space. I can actually feel the latches. Unfortunately, I can't show you guys what I'm doing here, but I can feel the latches that they are there, but for some reason I cannot. I can't get it to latch. So we're gonna do is double check. There we go. So the reason was I had to pull the clips back a little bit. The actual yellow piece right here, I had to pull these guys a little bit back. If you guys are looking, this portion a little bit back, and the lips there on this one's is more in. This is the one that's still left to get in there. I got this one closer to it. It's just waiting for it to get locked in. This one's latched, so what we're gonna do is take a plastic tool back here. There we go. That plastic's there. We got the lips open. Now we just gotta figure out how we can get this bad boy to lock in. We're gonna see if we can go up. Again, hold the glass so it doesn't drop. And I believe we just got it to latch in, guys. Yep. So we're not latched in. What it was, that in the back of the clips, you have a little lip that will like open up a little bit, and you need that to open up. So there's a little ball that will lock into the glass itself. What you need to do is kind of pull this back and let that glass sit on top of the bar right here. And once it sits on top, because if it's sitting on top of this clip, it won't lock in because it's being stuck by that. So pull this back a little bit. It's gonna sit on that little ball, little nub where it's gonna lock itself. And once there, it's a little angled. So if it still doesn't lock, pull this other piece up so it kind of pulls back on it. But we are, yeah, we're locked in there, guys. We are in. Glass is sitting in nice. It did fight us a little bit there. Let's go ahead and unlock the actually we're gonna leave the key on because we are getting the anti-pinch system to acting a little funny. So let's go take a look at it, see if the anti-pinch system works or if what's going on with it. All right, there's that. Okay, so it didn't drop down, so we're good. So we're gonna check that out again. We're good there. Let's check the up. And there it is. There's the anti-pinch system telling us something is not right. All right, let's take, it might be a piece of glass in the regulator. And what you can do to make this set up is, what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna restart the key real quick. All right. Let's not lose the screw. What we're gonna do is, first thing I always check it for anti-pinches. We're gonna go up, and hold it for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 is just for play, just in case I miscounted. Same thing for down, hold it for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now we're gonna test it out, see if it works. We pushed the auto, let's just take a look at it. And it still does not work. All right, let's keep trying it again. All right, sorry about that, guys. We're gonna go ahead and actually start the whole truck up. We might even have to remove the motor, get it to free play, but we're just gonna mess with it for a little bit. Another reason we want to start up the truck is in case the battery's running low. Okay, now that we got the truck starting up, we're going to actually just see if we can get the anti-pinch to stop being dumb. So let's go up. For some reason when I go up, it still goes down. So we need the anti-pinch not to do what it's doing. So we're gonna play with it. And you can tell it's still doing it. This is probably the most tedious part of it all, guys. Is getting the anti-pinch to work. Different vehicles have different methods of doing it. It just depends really. What I'm actually gonna do is while the vehicle's on, we're gonna experiment. I had done this on a Toyota, I believe a Toyota 4Runner or RAV4. It's gonna be a torque to 25 for the motor. Let's do it. Again guys, the anti-pinch system is designed for a kid or someone that has their fingers on here and not get it closed and jammed and hurt or break their fingers. So that's the whole reason for that. It's a very smart design. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna take off the motor and just free spin it while the vehicle's on. I've had luck doing that. Just reset the whole motor real quick. We're gonna try it out and see if it works with this. I wish I had my Milwaukee ratchet. Again, if you get lucky and you don't have to do any of this, just skip forward to the part where I'm reassembling, or go ahead and start reassembling it, guys. But I am, we do have to fix this, so, which is something that will occur 1 out of 4 times you're doing a glass. A lot of times you can actually just fix it yourself by just holding it 10 seconds up, 10 seconds down. But unfortunately on this one, we're not gonna get lucky on that one. I'll put that there. This is also another way to tell whether it's if it's the motor freaking out, or if it's the actual the motor freaking out, or if there's something in the way. So now if we test the auto up, it's gonna keep. It should. You guys can tell the auto up's gonna keep going, and it stops. We're gonna go auto down, and the auto's just gonna keep spinning down because it's not being told when to stop. Then we're gonna go auto up. And the auto up's no longer working because it does not know where the auto up is. So it's gonna keep spinning. So now we're gonna put this back together. Since everything is pretty much reset on the auto up, we should be able to. Now it might be a little tight. Hand tighten it. What that does, guys, it tells the computer pretty much, or the module, that hey, we don't know when to stop when we go up. Up always is the same way, but if it doesn't know, it doesn't recognize where it's going up, it's not gonna go anywhere. Okay. We're gonna do that. Hopefully this does fix the motor, because now we're gonna have to actually hold it down and hold it up. Since it's gonna free spin, it doesn't know anywhere. It doesn't know where to lock up or lock down. It doesn't know where to be more accurate. If you have more questions about this, let me know. This is actually a very tricky thing. And the cool thing is, like I said, since the regulator is attached to the door, the little panel here, it's a lot easier to do this little method. Again, guys, don't over tighten it. Honestly, you're just kind of tightening it snug. There we go. Snug it. We're not gonna kill it. You don't want to break anything here. There we go. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna hold the automatic down first, and then automatic up, and then go for that. We never disconnected anything, so we should be fine. All right, we're gonna go hold it down. Hold it there for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 to be safe. Now we're gonna hold up the same way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And now we should be good. Now what we're gonna do is test it, but before I heard a crunch here. So I'm gonna take a look in here and make sure, take a listen to see what that crunch exactly was, because the crunch sound means I missed a piece of glass or there's a little piece of shrapnel somewhere. And nothing. Okay. Now we're gonna test it out. Let's see. Down, automatic down. Good. Automatic up. Come on, let's pray. Hopefully it worked. And we're good. Automatic up and automatic down is now functioning normal. Test that one more time. Automatic down, automatic up. And we're good, guys. The reason is, again, you reset the motor here to make it free spin, so it doesn't know where it's supposed to stop and up, and where it's supposed to stop on the bottom. Very easy way with this. You don't have to disconnect it. Just unbolt it. It has a gear, so you have to just line up the gear and just let it free spin for a while. After that, just careful you don't overheat the motor here. This will get very hot. This part took us a little bit longer than expected, but you guys get to see how I do the anti-pinch on this. And now from there on, we're just gonna put it all back together. And since we're done there, we're gonna put all the panels back in, and we didn't hear that crunching sound anymore, so we should be okay. And this little ball is gone as well. All right, I'll put this piece back in. And I'll wipe that off a little bit. Some of that was actually, there we go. Put that piece back in, we're good there. Put the speaker back in, guys. Very important if your customer likes listening to their music. Again, don't freak out if your anti-pinch stuff still doesn't work after that. Just repeat the process over again. But I've had a lot of good luck doing that ever since I figured that out on a Toyota RAV4, I believe it was, like early 2000 model. It just automatically worked. Also, disconnecting it, reconnecting it, and then disconnecting the master control as well over there also helps out. Normally this job, if I hadn't had to do that, would have only taken about 35 minutes, even less if you had a if you had the laminated door glass. Laminated would have just been push that piece out and just pull it up. I wish I had been a laminated. It would have been a cool video to show you guys. All right. Again, I don't ever over tighten here, guys. I just kind of like snug it. Again, I wish I had my ratchet, my electric ratchet. I'm trying to get better at holding the camera for y'all so y'all can see better. That design for Ram, I think Ram and Dodge and Chrysler is doing that design with the door glasses. It makes installation so much more easier. Also, guys, do not disconnect this while the ignition is on or power's on, just because you might have to redo it again. So please do not disconnect that while the power's on, or you risk the chance of having to double check it and having to remove the door panel again. So we're gonna hope to cross our fingers that disconnect doesn't reset that. Overall, very simple job. Again, make sure you went back and tightened these 3 bolts for the rearview mirror or the side mirror, or your customer's going to complain about it wiggling while they're driving, and you do not want that. It's also a safety issue. All right, so we're there, we're tightened. Okay. Only other things we're missing is the little clips for the panel and the main screw, and we're good to go. Let's see. Alrighty. Give the panel a shake in case there's glass, and it's just fine. Now you're gonna repeat the opposite of what we did to put everything back in. Of course, do not forget this part. See if we can slide it in here. Ooh, careful not to lock it. Yeah, and we're able to actually just, without disconnecting it, I was able to slide it back in here. A little tight, let's make sure. Be careful, don't over push, it's plastic, guys. There we go. We were able to push it in there. Now the door handle, of course, goes like that. The lock itself. Now what we're gonna have to do is completely the opposite. We're gonna go up. We're gonna go up and push down. There we go. See, as you can tell. Actually, you could remove this little panel. So remove the panel. Sorry guys, I should have told you. It's gonna actually pull from this way up, then slide that way. It's gonna go like that. It's gonna go like that. So opposite way is gonna be pull this way, then pull like that. This will actually make things a little bit easier. All right. Make sure you are flush against the door, and we are. So then we can, I'll put that back in a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and put these plastic clips on first. Very easy. Very, very easy. Push. They're pretty much push pins. They look like they're metal, but they're not. They're deceptive. There it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. Loosen these bolts, pull them out a little bit if they're being a little too tight, because they shouldn't be fighting you when they push them in. Can't believe we almost missed it on the bottom. All right, that's that portion. We're gonna put this back in here. Make sure you put it in the right way. Again, we didn't disconnect anything. We didn't unlatch this. We didn't unclip this. We didn't pull anything else there. Pretty straightforward. Now comes the little panel cover here. Stick it in here. We're gonna stick it in there like I said earlier, and then you push it in. That's fair enough there. You can hear it. All right, time for the black screw. Okay. Remember, snug, guys, never over tighten. There we go, there's that. Don't forget this little portion here for the side mirror. Now, since we didn't disconnect this, we should be good to go. But what we're gonna do now is test from the master control and make sure we're good. Again, if you see a little bit of dust, glass shrapnel, just wipe it off. Take a look at it from the outside, make sure you like what you see. I really do like it. You can again see that damage where it was broken into. Looks like someone shot it. Okay, we're gonna start her back up, because the first thing your customer's gonna wanna do when they see that you're finished, or you tell them you're finished, they're gonna wanna test it, and they're always, for some reason, test it from here. They will never test it from there. They'll always wanna see if it works from here, because of course, the driver sits here, he never sits over there when they're driving the vehicle, which makes sense, but we're gonna test it. Automatic down from here. As you guys can see from all the way over there, automatic down works. Now let's check automatic up. We're gonna pray it works, it works, it works. And we are good, guys, we are golden. Let's walk back over here. All right, guys, that is how you do a 2018 Ram quad cab passenger front door glass. It is gonna be the same process as the driver's side, just a bigger module on this side right here to remove. It should still be exactly the same over there. If by chance I do get an opportunity to do the driver's side, I will also post it, because there's a tiny little bit of difference, but that's just the module part. If by that chance, you should be able to use this video to do the driver's side and even the passenger back sides, which the back side is actually a little bit easier. It's not that hard. You actually put it in from the inside, not from the outside, so you'll be going from the inside of the glass, not the outside. Overall, very easy job. I had a little bit of trouble latching the glass onto the latches, but again, it was because of the little clips. I had to pull it back and let that little nub lock into the glass into it. You don't actually hear a click. I just heard like a little, I didn't even hear a latch. I just heard something like, I could just tell that it clicked in there, and I was able to test it. Again, if the anti-pinch system is giving you a lot of trouble, refer to your local dealer as well. But honestly, pulling off that motor and just letting the gear spin forward and backward for a little bit just resets it, freaks out the module. It doesn't know where up and down is. So with that, you'll be able to set it up. Hold 10 to 12 seconds, 10 seconds, 12 seconds for error, just in case you time it too fast. 10 seconds up, 10 seconds down. I started down, then I went up. Again, refer to that part in case. You can also do that anti-pinch system for other cars where the motor is just bolted onto the panel. Thank you for watching, guys. Make sure you guys give a like and subscribe to the channel, and hopefully we'll be back later this month with another windshield replacement for y'all. If you guys have a recommendation on a glass you guys want help with, feel free to comment or message me, and I'll go find one in the junkyard and be more than happy to post that as well. You guys take care. Peace. Hey guys, I forgot to include something very important real quick, and I'm going to go back and recap it before we end the video completely, is the fact that we took off these little Christmas tree clips. Now, I do recommend putting it back in, but also let your customer know that as time progresses, more glass is going to fall in there. While I was vacuuming, I forgot to mention that it was a very tight pinch in here that my vacuum nozzle could not actually fit in there because of how tight it was. It was almost like it was like that. So it made it very difficult to put a nozzle in there. If you have to remove the panel to get a better vacuum in there, go for it. Definitely do go for it. But as you guys can tell, as time progresses, more and more glass will fall out of there. That's all you can tell your customer. Well, do make sure you push these clips back in there, or they'll have it flap around and it could actually crease itself to where it won't want to sit anymore. So do make sure you push all these pins back in there, which is something I forgot to do until the very end. I went to go back to check on my work. Again guys, sorry about that.